Good morning and thanks for waking up with us. It's Thursday, July 19th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
I'm Joe Morano. Happy to get going on this Thursday morning. A lot happening today.
Yeah, there sure is.
We'll do that. We'll do some movies in the 6 o'clock hour. We got Daniel Shedd ventures into the Wild West. Yeah.
You heard that right.
Guys, if you guys tune in, you got to stick with us for today. We have a good show for you. But as always, we need to get a check of your Thursday weather. Meteorologist Elisa Raffa joins us in the weather lab with your forecast first.
We've got a lot going on in weather today, too. It's a little bit of a complicated forecast. We've got heat, we've got storms, a couple of different things at once going on. Heat advisory in effect for Springfield today and points to the west of Highway 65, where we could see that heat index climb from 100 to 110 as we head through the afternoon. We're starting out now with just a couple of clouds in Branson. It's 72 degrees. It's warm and it is humid. Clean sweeps on the radar right now. Not too much going on, but we're still dealing with residual flooding from yesterday. We've got an aerial flood advisory for Oregon County until 8:45 this morning. Still have flooding concerns up towards Benton and Camden County as well. So if you have any flooded roadways, please do not drive through them. 73 in Springfield right now. It's 72 in Branson and it's 73 in Rolla. Dry for the first half of the day-ish, and then we could have some storms from lunchtime and then through the afternoon and evening, a couple of different rounds. At the pool, you'll have some lulls of dry conditions, and then we'll keep a storm chance from about noon onward. We'll keep a chance for some rounds of showers and storms. Temperature is very warm today. We'll keep that storm chance through the evening and into tonight. Again, a couple of things that we're watching. Heat advisory for today, a marginal severe threat for part of the area. Chance of storms continues on Friday, but the weekend looks nice. Lots to get through in 10 minutes.
We start off now this morning with a shooting near Mansfield that left a Missouri highway patrolman injured. The trooper was released from the hospital and is recovering from a gunshot wound to his side. It's 49-year-old Robert Cruz, a 15-year-old veteran on the highway patrol that was shot. It happened yesterday morning around 9:30 in Mansfield, just north of Highway 60. The highway patrol tells Color 10 Trooper Cruz responded to a call of a suspicious person in a car which had plates registered to a different vehicle. The suspect, a white man who gave troopers a fake name, fired shots from a handgun when he was asked to step out of the car. In addition to being hit in the side, Cruz had his hat grazed by a bullet. The suspect was hit with return fire and is now in critical condition. Sergeant Jeff Kinder with the Highway Patrol says there are multiple charges the suspect could face.
The court will actually charge the person. We can suggest charges, and I would assume they would be assault in the first degree of a law enforcement officer, resisting arrest, and armed criminal action.
Trooper Cruz is on administrative leave while recovering.
You're right to know this morning the Texas County Sheriff has been arrested on multiple charges. According to the Highway Patrol, 48-year-old James Sigman was arrested in Greene County yesterday on charges including assault, robbery, child endangerment, unlawful use of a weapon, harassment, and even misuse of public information by a public servant. Or official information by a public servant, rather. We reached out to Sergeant Jeff Kinder from the Highway Patrol, who says that troopers also arrested a 38-year-old female lieutenant in connection with this crime. She's being held in the Shannon County Jail. As soon as we get more info about these alleged crimes, we will update you.
2 women are dead after a car crash in Camden County. The Highway Patrol says 22-year-old Cassandra Reed of Lebanon, as well as 86-year-old Dolores Bernard of Exitsville, Michigan, were killed in that crash. Reed was driving south on Missouri 5 just north of Dry Hollow Road when she lost control of her vehicle and struck Bernard's car head-on. Both were pronounced dead there at the scene. 57-year-old Cheryl DeWald, a passenger in Bernard's car, survived but is suffering serious injuries.
Putting crime in focus for you now this morning, the Christian County Sheriff's Office says it's reopened a cold case that is 16 years old. The news leader spoke to Sheriff Brad Cole, who was reviewing new information on the death of 13-year-old Anthony Greco. In 2002, his death was ruled a suicide. The case was suspended but never closed. Cole declined to elaborate on what's new, but says a detective is now looking into Greco's file. Cole says it's not uncommon for his office to review old death investigations in this manner.
And of course, you know, Color 10 is your local election headquarters. While the Senate seat held by Democrat Claire McCaskill is now up for grabs in December. And this morning, we wanted to hear a little bit from her, as well as Senate candidate Missouri Attorney General Josh Hawley.
If we're not willing to compromise, this is just going to continue to be a stalemate. And that doesn't do Missouri families any good.
Our way of life is at stake. That's why I'm running. It's why I decided to run.
You can find both these in-depth interviews with McCaskill and Hawley on our website. Just go to ozarksfirst.com to find them there.
Continuing our political coverage now, the president again tried to clarify his stance on Russian meddling in U.S. elections, but another mix-up of words sent the White House into a second day of damage control.
Top U.S. intelligence agencies say the threat from Russia is still present, and lawmakers are urging the president to take action. CBS's Laura Podesta has this story.
At a cabinet meeting Wednesday, President Trump added to the confusion about where he stands on Russian meddling in U.S. elections.
Is Russia still targeting the U.S., Mr. President?
Let's go.
White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders later said he was saying no to answering more questions, even though he went on to talk about Russia.
There's been no president ever as tough as I have been on Russia.
And he had a mixed message when CBS Evening News anchor Jeff Glor asked if he agrees with his National Intelligence Director's assessment that the threat from Russia is ongoing.
And if he says that I would accept that, I will tell you, though, it better not be.
Members of the president's own party say they're becoming more alarmed he isn't taking stronger actions against Russia.
The president is wrong, and he should heed the warnings of the intelligence community.
FBI Director Christopher Wray says Russia is still trying to influence U.S. elections.
Russia attempted to interfere with the last election, and that it continues to engage in malign influence operations to this day.
The New York Times is reporting that in January 2017, 2 weeks before Mr. Trump's inauguration, the heads of top intelligence agencies showed then President-elect Trump highly classified information indicating that Putin personally ordered cyber attacks to sway the election. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
Later today, Director of National Intelligence Dan Coats and Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein will speak at the Aspen Institute's Security Forum in Aspen, Colorado, where Christopher Wray made those comments yesterday.